Well, today I'm just going to talk about my book, Long John Short Stories Volume 1. This is a collection of 70 short stories that were written by myself in the past 2 years since I came back to South Sudan. These stories are basically talking about our country, South Sudan. Most of them are more of personal stories. Some of them are fiction. South Sudan, since its independence in 2011, we've had a lot of issues, and we've seen that there's a lot of things that are affecting us. But we do understand that with South Sudanese, we really do have to get to listen to our inner voices so that we can be able to know what is going on in our country. So these stories basically are talking about what is currently going on in our country and how we can be able to make sure that our country prospers in the long term. As you can see, the first story that I wrote in this book, it's tears. It's talking about the different kinds of tears that we have nowadays. The first tears is about when I first came to South Sudan, we had tears of joy. But nowadays, our tears have changed to tears of sorrow. So this is basically to try and tell us that we have different kinds of tears, the tears of joy and the tears of sorrow. As you can read through, you will also find that there's some stories that have been dedicated to human rights work, so that we can be able to uphold the works of the human rights, and we can also uphold the human dignity so that we can prosper very well. But as well, even you can look in some of the stories in the book, they are basically trying to teach us on how we can be able to sustain ourselves in the lives in South Sudan here. There are some stories that are talking about entrepreneurship, how you can be able to do business and prosper and survive in this country, South Sudan. So basically, this is all about the Long John short stories. Perhaps maybe if I can talk a little bit about myself, about my writing career. I started my writing career in 2009 when I was in Kenya National Theatre. And I started writing when I was in Kenya National Theatre, and I started writing stories for our group, Jicho 4 Productions in Nairobi, Kenya. So some of my stories were acted on the stage, on stage plays and all these things, yes. And this is when I realized that, and I had the passion of writing. So I continued writing short stories as time went by until today that I have over 150 short stories. But I decided to publish the first 70 short stories for Volume 1, and the Volume 2 will be coming up. But I'm not only stopping with short stories. I'm also in progress of writing some novels, fictions, both fictions and non-fiction stories. So watch out for the space. Many books are coming out. Thank you very much.